past week, we dropped in a rehearsal at Toronto's Music Hall, where Bruce Cockburn and his band were running through some songs in preparation for 2 sold-out shows.
Black outline sliding gray sail, subtle variations of dark to pale, pearl sky raining light like hail, come on, raining light like a vision of the Holy Grail, come on,
It was the first time Cockburn's been back in Toronto since January of this year, when he did 4 sellouts at Convocation Hall. Since then, he's covered some 30,000 miles on tours from Italy to England to most recently the United States, where Bruce's popularity is really starting to break out on a national level. This trip back to Canada, he's brought some of his newfound fame with him. The reason for the shows at the Music Hall was that they were filmed for an upcoming movie on Bruce titled Rumors of Glory.
It's basically, it's going to be a 90-minute film, probably an hour of which will be concert footage, and that's what we're setting up here.
There's obviously a certain amount of money involved in it, somewhere to the tune of almost $500,000, but is there a lot at stake for your career itself in this film?
Well, if nothing happens with it, then there's not much at stake, right? I mean, I have nothing much to lose by doing this, I don't think. But I guess, you know, if the film becomes successful as a film, I can see it opening up a lot of avenues for me, a lot of places that I could go and play them that I can't right now, for instance. You know, a lot more people will know about what I do.
Do you feel that Bruce Cockburn's time has finally come?
That sounds ominous. Well, I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to say. I don't suppose I care that much really either. You know, I like the idea that things are developing, things are building, and, you know, there's new places to go and all that. But if it doesn't happen, well, then I'll have to live with that. And I can, because I've been living with it for as long as I have now, you know, so it'd be very nice, though.
Are you very far away from where you were when you started?
Oh, in some ways, perhaps, yeah. I mean, in some ways, it's coming around full circle. Like, for instance, the fact that I'm working with a band. Before I started recording, I spent about 3 years working in rock and roll bands, and, you know, so that's kind of full circle. And in fact, Dennis Pendrith, who's playing bass with me, played bass in 2 of those bands, you know, in the late 60s. So it's kind of like, that's come back together in a way, although the music's very different. It's an awful lot better than what we were doing then. But in some ways I've changed. I mean, you can't live through 10 years and not change as a person. You know,
how have you changed?
None of your business.
We'll be right back after these messages.